Hey writers, I'm Karina Akavane of Spalmorum, and this is NaNoWriMo Writing Break, a daily series where I give you the inspiration, motivation, and information to keep you writing and winning at NaNoWriMo this year. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and sign up for our mailing list. Let's get started. Hey writers! Wow, it's already November 1st. It is the first day of NaNoWriMo. And a lot of you have been preparing for this day the whole month of October. Some of us, have not been doing as much as they should. Today I thought I would talk about some of the tips and tricks for success as NaNoWriMo goes on, and also talk about some of the things that I did to prepare and other things that you shouldn't be beating yourself up about if you don't have it yet. Basically, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I'm kind of trying to get my word count up already so that I feel like I've achieved something big and that I'm starting off with a bang. So let's get going. Number one, keep in mind that NaNoWriMo is a 1 month long event. So 1 month is very short, it's also very long. Keep in mind that you always have a chance to make up for lost time, you always have a chance to get yourself back on track, but also do not burn out because it is a full month. It can feel like a very long month indeed if you're pushing yourself too hard. Also, keep in mind that you really just need 50,000 words to win. They don't need to be brilliant. They don't need to be, out of this world. They will be edited later. So that is one important thing to keep in mind. Also, if you go over, that's wonderful, but really it's absolutely not necessary, so why do that to yourself? Why don't I go over now the few things that I got done before now? One of the things I noticed is I kind of went into this deep dive on Pinterest and Instagram, all of the Preptober and OctoWriMo accounts. They're very fun to look at. Some people have some amazing calligraphy skills and amazing notebook making skills and scrapbooking skills, which I don't have. It's fun to look at those. I will probably revisit them when I need a good writing break, but if you didn't do this, join the club. If you didn't do it yet, don't do it now. You do not have time for that. The other thing I have seen are character worksheets, and I think that those are really wonderful. What works for me is that I actually will incorporate my character worksheet into my manuscript because I will make it count for word count, and that's not cheating, guys. I checked. So you can do that. Also, your location worksheet, also a nice thing to have, but really I just like to keep it in mind or just have a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So if you have a photograph of the place you're trying to describe, boom, you got it, and you can refer back to it when you're writing. Another thing that I like to do is kind of a flowchart format because my brain doesn't always go in a straight line. So at least with that flowchart looking thing that this happens, that happens, I can sketch out visually kind of where my plot's gonna go and have it. However, at this point, let me reassure you, my plot is hardly a static entity. I have not completely determined everything that happens. I'm going to have to elaborate my outline over time, but I've got a little start on it. If you don't have a Pinterest board right now also, I really don't think it's necessary for you to start on it. Now, here's the very useful prep that I've seen. Some people use note cards. I love using note cards because actually I can jot down all my ideas and kind of move them around physically, old-fashioned way, and then use those to build an outline or just refer back to them, have them as a little stack. They're very space efficient, they're portable, so I love me some note cards. The other piece of prep that we mentioned was the outline. At this point, I just think it's good to have the intention of getting your outline done at some point in the first third of NaNoWriMo. After that, you're going to be wanting to fill out the outline, systematically and really know where your novel's going, but just be thinking about that outline in a general sense. So that's it. I think that you better get back to work. I'm going to see you tomorrow, and comments or questions down below. I would love to hear from you guys. We're all in this together, so let's be collaborative and helpful to each other.